Hey dumplings, it's Dave Desai. Welcome back to my channel. Today, a great day of all days. Hope you are happy and spreading positivity. We are going to be talking about some recent events with the Jimin, Jungkook, and of course Taeyang. Taeyang was recently cut out. I want to talk about that. I think you'll like the story. This is a very interesting, fun story. This was during their live stream. We also have Big Hit CEO being attacked and insulted. I definitely have some thoughts on that, and I want to jump into that and talk about it. I think that one's actually a really heavy topic and something that we should all be talking about. So let's get into the tea here today. If you are new here and interested in this type of stuff, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell so you'll be notified anytime a new video drops. And I want to do more with my hands. If you are a hater and you like to be the first to leave your hate comment, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell also so you can be the first to do so also. Now, let's jump into it. The first thing I want to talk about today is, of course, Jimin and Jungkook's most recent live stream. If you have not caught this, as in you not catched up on it, then I will talk about it and you will be caught up. It is posted on VLive, so you can definitely go and check that out later. This is a Korean social media site. I believe it is a Korean social media site, if you didn't know. That is mainly just for K-pop idols. I think if you're not a K-pop idol, you could still sign up, but just from what I've seen, it's mostly just K-pop idols. I don't think American singers are probably going to go on VLive. I just don't think so. They obviously have their own social media sites, like YouTube for live streaming. We also have Twitch and livestream.com. Periscope was also really popular at one point. I think livestream.com is still active, I'm not sure. But yeah, VLive is the place to go if you are a K-pop idol looking to connect and to live stream. You can see the good deeds of the live stream. That's sweet, sweet Tae. They mostly do like talking or dancing streams on YouTube. It seems like when they do stuff on VLive, it's more of them doing actual activities. For example, in this case of Jungkook and Jimin, they are cooking on their live stream on VLive. Cooking kimbap. Ooh, I love a good kimbap. They introduced the ingredients and spent a large portion of the stream kind of putting everything together and making it. In the previous video, I talked about kind of the screenshots that was taken from the live stream where you can see a Jimin's tattoo. Spoiler alert, a Jimin looks like he has a new tattoo. I didn't know that screenshot came from this video, and I actually finally got a chance to kind of catch up and talk about it and watch it. And boy, is a good and fun one to watch. In that live stream, there was a point where Taeyang calls both of them during the live stream. I don't know how it was answered, as obviously both of their hands were occupied from cooking. I think there was a crew or a team behind the live stream. But when it was answered, you could hear that Taeyang was on the phone. Like, I was able to recognize Taeyang's voice right away. But apparently Jimin had no idea it was Taeyang. It did seem like our cookie baby, though, did recognize Taeyang's voice right away because, say cook, right? Jungkook was smiling. But the moment Jimin decided to get on the call and Taeyang then said hello, Jimin's answer was what? And then Taeyang said hello again, and Jimin was like, yes? Jimin, sweetie baby, that's not how you answer a phone call. By the looks of his face, Jimin seemed like he was already upset that someone was calling him. Disturbing the live stream, if you will. But it's never a disruption when it's Tae. I think it was so funny. Maybe he's on edge because he gets a lot of prank calls. There was that time when everyone was kind of getting scam calls and prank calls all the time. Did anyone else get that, or was that just me? Because if it did happen, it's very interesting to think that it also happened to them. Meaning they probably answered the phone and was just like, at least we can kind of assume that Jimin probably had a pissed off reaction when he was picking up those prank calls. So then Jimin said in the live stream, oh, this is just a prank call, because Taeyang obviously wasn't saying who it was, and told whoever was behind the camera to kind of hang up the phone call. That of course would cut Taeyang out of the live stream, which is so funny to me. Jimin barely gave him a chance to talk on the live stream or speak. Jimin was just like, it's a scam call, goodbye. You was gonna have Taeyang leave? Taeyang deserves to be in the stream. Taeyang's response was even more funny when he was just like, no. And then basically Jimin just realized who it was and then asked Taeyang why he was calling him. Taeyang then talked about how he was watching the live stream and of course wanted to pop on and join, and was wondering if everything that was cooking was cooked properly. We love a zaddy watching out for our boys. Jimin then joked again, saying he will be hanging up. Jimin's so quick with that hang up button though. Then Jimin asked if there was any specific type of kimbap that Taeyang would like. Perhaps later they would bring it to him or something like that. He said, surprisingly, cheese and spam. Mozzarella cheese and spam. I would have never guessed. So I know what type of kimbap I'm going to be giving my babies when we go to a meet and greet. However, I highly doubt he is allowed to eat anything armies or fans give him. And honestly, they shouldn't, because you never know. Like, crazy fans could literally put like a hair in the food and then have BTS eat it and then later be like, I'm in BTS. But I can still dream about one day giving them food and having them eat it, right? They'll judge my cooking It's like not great. Jimin then jokes a third time about hanging up. And then we actually find out that Taeyang's actually working on something right now and he's working on new music. Apparently they didn't know. They seemed surprised that Taeyang was working on something. This of course made me feel like maybe they haven't spoken to each other in a little bit, probably a couple days or maybe a week or so. And they obviously haven't caught up on everything that Taeyang is doing. It's also good to note that they take time kind of away from each other a little bit. No matter how much you love someone, you still need to take time away from them. It gives you an opportunity to miss them. It gives you an opportunity to love them even more. It's healthy for you. It's healthy for them. I'm glad they do it. I definitely wanted to see some people's thoughts on Twitter on how they felt about this situation. This cute conversation with Tae jokingly being said he would be cut off. Someone wrote, "No one. Jimin, time for a V-Live. Taeyang pulling out his phone. The sudden urge to make a phone call. What can I do?" You know, great minds think alike. Taeyang probably got that V-Live notification turned on so he can be notified next time a new video drops. But what can I say? My baby wanted to be included in the live stream. He probably felt left out. They should have definitely invited him for the stream. He should have been in it, I think. It would have been very cute and I'm sure all of us would have been happy to see them together. All three of them would be there and obviously Taeyang would have to take a break from his music making and just enjoy time with his boys and enjoy a nice, relaxing kind of time. Sometimes you feel left out of something. You gotta just insert yourself in there. Include yourself. You gotta be like, I wanna be here and then I'm just gonna go be there. Sometimes I just show up at people's houses because they don't invite me and I wanna be invited. It's a joke. I don't do that. Taeyang being a mood for 5 minutes straight, basically. I hope none of them are struggling too much. I hope they're enjoying their time off, sort of, and enjoying their time together whenever they can. Big Hit recently has been doing a lot, even though the boys can't do much right now. There was an online press conference with the CEO. This was for their Island thing. If you don't know, Island is kind of like this show that they're working on with another label or like a TV network. They held auditions for it. So the CEO, Bang Shi, started talking and then it was reported that a lot of netizens online started making fun of him, ridiculing how he looks, not really what he's saying. Saying things like, weight loss where? As in like he didn't actually lose any weight. But I mean, you can look at his old photos and his photos now and he's clearly lost a lot of weight. And then also going on and saying that before he was so big that he must have been like rolling around to get anywhere. So this is a very low blow. Completely low. No one should be made fun of by how they look. It's one thing to say someone should lose weight because of health reasons, but you can only say that about people you know. You have no idea what his health is. And it's obviously a completely different thing to ask him or demand him basically to lose weight because you don't like looking at him. His health is of no concern to you and people's bodies are different. Some people are actually healthier heavyset. Like for example, if you live up in the north and it's always snowing, for you to be like a skinny boy or woman, it's actually really unhealthy and you'll probably die. I don't personally currently think he's fat. If you're watching this, which I don't think you are, but if you're watching this, you are fine the way you are. I personally think you're really cute. Maybe throw a little flirting this way. You have this kind of like smart look about you. That's hot to me. But I think you're married, so never mind. Yeah, I just checked. He's actually married, so less attractive to me. I'm only attracted to available people. But the fact that people are going for his looks and not what he's actually saying, that's really, really bad. He is a CEO of a company. He's not a model. He's not currently a K-pop star. So like, does it matter what he looks like? What he is selling is not his looks. Like netizens will literally find anything to talk about. Like there's nothing to talk about here. Why is this being spoken about? It's his choice to look however he wants to look. And also when you see people kind of in a happy relationship and they're gaining weight in that relationship, it's called happy fat, meaning you gain weight because everything in the relationship is good. You're eating well, you're snuggling all the time, so of course you're going to gain weight because you're with this person all the time and you're not really exercising or any of that stuff. These people who are saying this have most likely never been in a happy, healthy relationship, which I am hoping that you are currently in. Also, it's not like he doesn't have money. He's the CEO of Big Hit. If he was so bent on getting in shape, getting a six-pack abs or whatever it is, he would just get like a trainer to help him do it. He's not doing that because it's his choice to not do that. And he doesn't need to. No one also should be expected to look the same from when they're 20 to when they're 40. You're going to gain weight. That is normal. That is healthy. We should definitely all be very careful about what we say about another person online, whether we think they'll see it or not, because 9 out of 10 times they will see it. And even if they don't see it, like the person you are writing about doesn't actually see it, another person will eventually see the post, meaning you're ruining the person you wrote about's reputation, even if you're ruining that reputation to just one other person. That's one less person that will end up supporting, buying the merch, watching the videos. Being a CEO or being a K-pop idol is hard on its own. Like if you cut out all the dumb things that people say about them and all the mean comments, the job itself is so freaking hard. They don't need to hear comments insulting them to make the job even harder than it is. Let me know what you think about this and let me know what your thoughts are. Leave it down in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm featuring this comment right here. Thank you so much for leaving your comments. And as always, I do have a Patreon. If you want to go over to my Patreon, kind of check it out. Anything you can contribute over there really does help kind of give back to this channel, help me keep going and make better videos on here. So I really do appreciate if you check that out. Thank you so much for doing that. There's also 2 videos that will appear up on the screen at the end of this video. So click on one of those videos and I will see you over there as well. Bye.